Why, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Oh boy, theatre of blood. Theatre of fucking blood. Jesus Christ, this is going to be quite the daunting task indeed. My very first go here and all, considering I've only been as far as the entrance itself. But yeah, what to say, eh? Well, obviously you'll notice there's very much wacky gear here, where essentially, yeah, I've came across like, this is something that I wasn't really expecting, considering the kind of style. Like, basically, the problem I face with myself here is I'm kind of not got the best of sort of gear. Also, I'm going to have to drop this for a second. Yeah, it's just a show here. Indeed, I don't know how this is going to work, and this could actually be more problematic than I'm initially expecting, simply because, well, it's kind of hard to communicate, you know, talk to your team in which is going to be the really hard PvM challenge when you can't fucking talk. You know, like, no fucking kidding here. Yeah, no, this is where it's going to be quite the nightmare indeed. But alas, I've set myself the task of getting myself into a party just like that, you know. Like, you see, there's a lot of high-level players. Like, I would wager I'm probably not, like, right at the top. Actually, not far from it. You know, no Inferno Cave, no Grassy Rapier, Save, what else? I know there was a saying where if you don't have a rapier scythe, you're better off just ditching, you know, was it Banner's chestplate, tassets, ferocious gloves, and serpentine helm for, you know, better or more supplies, I guess you could say, and that's what I've done. And I'm also missing the fucking max cape for the ranger cape. You know, that's quite a good cape to say, so that works. You know, it's Sanguistine staff. You know, missing that. Also, max cape for... I don't know how that works in. I don't know if you only get one, because I'm pretty sure you only get one max cape at a time. Well, I don't know why that's better than that, but I digress. Also, one last thing before I start going out there is indeed to show divine super pots. I have no fucking idea how that... Like, basically, it's like, for 5 minutes you take a bit of a hit, and basically you end up having, like, for 5 minutes the stats don't go down, and supposedly it makes it so you do more good damage consistently. Yeah, this is the thing, yeah, I'm worried. And that, you know, I'm worried I will not be able to get in. And you see here all these parties, it's like... Yeah, this is how I wonder how it's going to work. And that. Yeah, no, so I'm executed, but preferred combat level. I don't know, like... Alright, just to give you an idea, before I really get into this, and that, right? Because what I've got here isn't bad. It's not terrible, but I'm a bit worried that, one, they'll expect me to have, like, a single KC, and two, you know, well, that case, yeah, two, even if I do get in, they'll wonder why I'm not talking, and then they'll probably figure out I am indeed muted, not just that, but permanently so. But yeah, so that should be fun indeed. I don't know if the 1+ means that either they want one more member or they're wanting KC. I have no idea. But yeah, so essentially what you'll see here is this little guide I've got here, you know. Yeah, the Maiden of Sugadinti, Lithuanian, oh indeed, Pestilent Bloat, yeah, the Nicholas Vasilius and the Spider Horde, and now that's the third one. Yeah, Soteseg with the fucking maze, that's going to be fun. Zarpus, the advanced gargoyle and all. And finally, Lady Verzik herself, which, well, basically, if I get to at least this one here, I'll be content. And if I can make it Soteseg and beyond, oh, well, I'll say this very first one is a success. And I don't expect things to go, like, supremely well. In fact, I won't be surprised at all if I end up dying and that. Like, I've got a good idea of how the first two work, but I'm not, you know, you see it in action in the fucking, you know, what's it? You see it in action in the actual arena and, you know, theatre, but when you're actually participating yourself, Nah, it's a whole different ball game. And that also fuck off. Alright, so let's see here. I guess I'll try and go for one that's got like not very good. So if I see like multiple, I'm actually intentionally going for one that's got, you know, quite low levels, because they'll be like, oh, here's this guy who's like really good. And you know, like, this is what I wonder, what is this number? And you know, I do not understand. And nope. I'm looking for 110 below. So then I look quite good by comparison, but let's see. Oh, no. Oh, man. I'm nervous. That's the thing. I'm fucking nervous. Because I'm like, this really is a case of, well, oh, man. But then again, this is a 1500 total world, so it's not like you're going to see many people below 110, and now if any. Alright, come on. Fuck it. They'll look at it and they'll be like, alright, well, let's see. I don't think I'm going to get in, but then I wonder, what's that? Is that performance card? I have no idea what the fuck that means. God, I'm expecting to get kicked out probably quite a few times. And but it's worth a shot. But I'm definitely expecting to get, what's it? Yeah, the toxic side of stuff, and because I know this is a quite notorious one. Actually, what I'll do, I'll go for one that's pretty much, you know, because you see 125. Oh. Never mind, never mind. Yeah, fuck it. Because if I sit around and it's gonna be, I don't know, like, you see the performance counter, like, I'm a complete, what is it, noob. I know, it's like, nope. Alright, I don't know, I'm thinking performance count, what does that mean? Is that, I hope that's not KC, because you look at that 0 and I'm like, oh dear, I am not, like, what I might end up doing is, say I try going in with all this, and you know, and it takes me, say, more than just a few minutes, and because, you know, I do want to show this off, and this will no doubt be a combined video if it ends up being exceptionally long, then yeah, it's just, I could already see this being a fucking disaster, but I think the main thing is because if I die, then that's pretty much going to put a burn on the rest, and that's kind of how it works. And you know, let's see. Nope, that one's went out. I'm just trying to go for the ones. Yeah, I'll apply for this one because if you took someone who's a near enough noob, and then I'd probably stand a good chance. And also, yeah, look at that. I'm actually closer to 126 than he is. Yeah, one more mage level and like 4 more prayer. And but hey ho. Yeah, I guess we'll just see. And if I get taken up with at least one other person, and then it is a mission success. And man, this is where I legitimately worry, because obviously you see here it's, oh boy. Yeah, I'm thinking of the made of Sugadinte, and that's saying here obviously you start off by straight specking her up, and then after that you mainly rangered, and the only time you switch to mage is with the blood ones and which I reckon I could do. And with my gear that I've got, that shouldn't be an issue, but oh boy. Right. I'm going to assume I'm not getting into any of these anytime soon. It's just, yeah, how am I meant, this is the problem. And how am I meant to get into any of these? And now with the whole, and this is the only way I could really apply. Unless if this one works. and that, because the problem is, yeah, I think being a 0 is what I'm convinced to say that's KC, and that can't be anything else, and that. But all right, so I suppose what I'll do, I shall temporarily leave this as is, and I'll get back to recording once I do. Well, it'll be a really disaster of a video if I can't, but we shall see. So I shall get back to you hopefully very soon. Alright, well, this is going to be a bit problematic now, isn't it? Yeah, getting into here has been more difficult than anticipated, and that, you know. Yeah, you know, I figured what this performance count I thought was initially saying like how much like points you got from the MVP or some shit. No, I actually think that might be referring to kill count, and that, you know. So like, obviously being in the low, you know, 2 digits or even single digits is one thing. It's a whole fucking different ballgame when you've got 0 to your name, and that, like, yeah, that, you know, max combat stat doesn't mean so much. So like, even having twisted bow is like, no, because I think it was one that had like mostly double digits, so I thought, okay, probably maybe a good chance again. No, and I had to sell another one who pretty much declined me on the spot. So really, unfortunately, I think I might be fucked. I might actually be fucked. Like, just getting an idea, I was just looking through your Reddit and that. Let's see, I'll just put, actually no, this is fine. But just that kind of thing, yeah. So, yeah, something like that. But the problem is, generally, when it comes to Theatre of Blood, it just seems to be super fucking strict. You know, like, and it's a shame considering that I've got the necessary skills and all. Like, I'm willing to actually put in the fucking effort and that, you know. But no, it's basically you got to be in a clan to even have a chance to get in. I'm like, fuck, you know. This is where soloing really fucking stinks. Actually, there was a, what is it? What was it? There was one of them saying about, yeah, Discord and that, you know. Yeah, that pretty much concern right here. Yeah, I reckon that's why. Oh, fucking hell, no longer recruiting. But yeah, that just seems to be the way of it. Like, see that? No fucking chance. Yeah, no, like, lots of people going in, but it's like, nope. I don't really stand much of a chance. And that, you know. Also, fucking Lola guys out recruiting again, but yeah. Oh boy, oh boy. So, I'm just going to throw in one last one. And I'll just be like, oh, I'll put this back in. Yeah. If this is to be it, well, so be it. Also, then you got declined. Yeah. I reckon, no. I really want to actually get in the Theatre of Blood. But it's like, no. You know, low Casey, like, I've not even got, honestly, I would actually happily pay to, you know, try it once. And that's it. I will give you 500k if you let me go in once. And probably that will be taken advantage of, no doubt, but yeah, but a lot of those digits, then you see me, I've got a single, no, not a single, no, I've got a 0. Yeah, fuck it. Alright, I reckon this is probably a waste of time, unfortunately. I knew Theatre of Blood was strict, but not this strict, you know, so I don't know what the plan is, because I was really hoping I could actually nail Theatre of Blood, but probably the plan is I may very well have to join the Discord, you know. Oh, believe it, getting Discord is not the issue, I've already got that. The problem lies essentially in they will not take risks with learners, essentially, which is pretty much me, you know. I am, by all counts, a learner, so yeah, this is about as far as we get. We're not even getting to the first boss, ladies and gentlemen. No, like, this is really determined. They are this strict about letting people try. It's like, nope. If you don't even have one kill count, you have no chance to get. And you know that's bad for even the beginner ones. You need one kill count, but you can't get the kill count until you get at least decent enough to survive all the waves and do one fucking Xeric kill. It's like, this is where I feel like it's possible for me to really get into this, but no, I'm going to have to... Oh, actually, I should put that back down. Yeah, this is where I feel like it's going to be the case of also getting the statistic news. Oh, way at the back there. But yeah, so that way up here, completely pointless. And that really is unfortunate, but I will survive. It's just, I don't know what to think about it, you know? Considering, well, fuck it. What you gonna do? But alright. So, I may as well at least get some use out of this, and I'll show off the news here. So, or at least what? Finally getting some bank space here, or getting all these used up. So, alright. Starting off. Let's see. Oh. Yeah, so, alright. This is going to be a fun one, why don't we? Yes, so, I've never heard of this fellow here. Also, fucking channel thought would help me with the theatre bud, but no. Oh, there's that. So, this Panic Old School Runescape content creator, yes. Essentially, this fellow here, he's been known to, well, let's just say recent shady dealings, a la, if you recall, with a friend way back, oh god, I forget the exact year and month, I think it was 2018 in July or August, and that nearly a whole year after his hardcore fell. I do remember that one indeed, you know, White Cat 22. Yeah, this one's got a similar kind of deal with, instead of cryptocurrency, it's actually private servers, and yeah, that's not exactly dodgy, it's just basically, well, you don't like the way the game's going, you get these private servers where you can kind of do different things, like same game but it's done differently, like, you know, way fast experience rate, drop rates, you know, all kind of wacky stuff, or even custom content, which usually just isn't that good, but, you know, at least it's free from the jurisdiction of Jagex, lest it get too popular, and hence how, I think the largest private server back in the beginning of 2013 caught the ire and attention of Jagex and their owners, but back then, IVP, IVP, basically, you'll know the whole bunch. Yeah, so that was called Old School Runescape to really get kicked up once they actually got the attention of them. But yeah, the problem with this lies essentially in what is, and this is a dodgy one, which is called a keyloggers, you know, the ones where you download, say, program software, but they secretly store information on it. Yes, the private server, I forget the name of what it's called, and I didn't actually keep up on there, but essentially, yeah, there's a concern now there's been some unusual, well, let's just say a lot of people have been going, well, I'd say a lot, maybe about 20-30% most, but a lot of people signed up for the private server via his, well, directions towards them have been unusually been hacked and had their banks sort of liberated from them, shall we say, and let's just say, it's a guy who I don't really know, but quite frankly, it's like, nah, not my kind of scene. I don't really do private servers anyhow, because then, you know, it's bad enough with third-party clients as is, but never mind the fact that, nah, private servers just like, if I get bored of Old School RuneScape or, you know, RuneScape 3, whatever, it's just, nah. I'd rather stay with the original one, you know, like, yeah, see here, vanilla client, you know. Also that, indeed, I think, was that not from the Mauritania, I forget, north of Birdie Rock, that, oh, I forget the name of it now, but, yeah, that town. Anyway, yeah, so, with that having said, also going straight onto another YouTube content creator who is, I suppose, our fellow Rendy, and that, certainly, he's been one who has, for, I guess for lack of better words, has both earned the praise of the community as well as been cursed. If you remember, he was the guy who shortly after revealing that notorious duplication bug that was going to threaten the economy and all. Yeah, it turned out he then got level 3 Fire Cape alongside with I forget what the Zati, the other guy. They both decided to earn it together rather than making it as a competition, which was a little sweet and all. But yeah, he's now kind of came into a bit of fire again. This time for pushing the game's mechanics into bug abuse territory. Oh yes, that one. Yeah, you remember with this one here is like, you know, you did that, you know, like, or rapidly, that kind of thing, where essentially you would keep using it, but the way it works, essentially, the one tick is active, and that doesn't actually start consuming prayer till the next tick after, but you keep restarting the cycle so that it's one tick constantly. You know, it constantly resets, but then activates on the same one, so you don't use prayer that way. Yeah, that's a bug in Jagex eyes, but they've never actually fixed it, so it's now a mechanic. Yes, anything that's broken but Jagex is alright with is a mechanic. This one though is not a mechanic. This is a, what was it? A fake log stall or something, and yeah, something to do with divine potions and that, you know. It's part of a series for lowest level. And I think this one was to do Monkey -2 and that, like he'd gotten really low and that. Like, I don't know if, no, I don't think it was level 3, but it sounded like low 10, or no, low 20s, early high 10s and that. Yeah, pretty much with this guy and that, yeah, it's the kind of thing, it's more of a achievement thing than to actually exploit. You know, so it's like to say he's done it and that, and probably now only he can do it, you know, because it's now patched and all. But yeah, so don't think he'll get banned for it, but some people being a bit irked for that for whatever reason. But I suspect there might have been other uses that potentially could have possibly have done some of that, but hey ho. Alright, so following up with that. Oh yes, Bounty Hunter, yeah. Do you remember, yeah, Bounty Hunter 2 a few months ago was a very notoriously abused by, what's it, Venezuelan farmers and the likes. I'll get more on that soon enough. As well as, what was it? I forget, yeah, the bots and all that. Basically people want to real world trade, and there's a whole fucking scene or black market. If you pay attention to that sort of stuff, there's a lot you can find in regards to the shady real world trading activities, and Old School Runescape is rife with that kind of stuff. But yeah, essentially they wanted to try and bring back a way of getting back Hard 3 to be appealable without bringing the whole gold farming, you know, bringing untold amount of levels of gold, you know, because if you think Inferno Caves is bad, and it kind of is, considering that, yeah, this was all Mod Jed's idea and his kind of way of, you know, making wilderness appealing, and it kind of worked, but in a bad way when you consider the huge amount of goals we made. So, you know, you get your cheapy sort of players going in, they get killed by pk'ers or stronger ones, just want to get rid of the competition, you know, they get wiped out by like small clans, so on, goes up way to the very top, you know. Realm Terror, ironically enough, was actually one of those biggest clans, and yeah, they also knew about the skull mechanic that boosts the unique rate, and that's not risky unless you're like got full control of the world, which I suspect he knew, and probably collaborate that information with them so they can pretty much, you know, but that's, I've already said that, that's old news at this point. But the thing with this Bounty Hunter 3, yes, indeed, it's not received well, not just because it's generally a controversial idea that just should be dropped entirely because it just doesn't seem to work, you know, it's because a huge amount of problems will be brought along with it. Yeah, it's the idea that what they've been pushing forward recently alongside with not really fixing the main core issues, like, I'll admit, I do have my vested interest in PKing, but I'm not going to claim to be an expert, you know? That's one thing at least I can admit, that with regards to PKing, it is mechanically one of the more complex elements. I would say at least it's on par with Theory of Blood, but perhaps to an extent it might exceed it in terms of like going on like tri-breeding, you know, last one standing bit really at the top, you know, if you've seen all the content creators that like really know their shit pretty much. It's that kind of thing, but how do you make it appealing in a minigame where you can get a lot of noobs getting in? Because this is one of the biggest divisions in regards to getting people on board, is this idea that you can pretty much, you can pretty much get the noobs involved, but have it be that, how do you even explain it? Because I guess you could say, well, back then PvM methods were like, no, it's profitable, you know, the risk was there and all that, but I've always believed PKing as a whole is just, it's a sport, you know? It's like with real life hunting and that, you know, like, you can pretty much, you know, waste a whole lot of money getting these trophies, you know, animals and that, but it's a thrill. That kind of thrill of, you know, hunting, you know, powerful creatures and like, you know, oh, I'll do that. Yeah, that kind of appeal, except now it's PKing and that, you know, or rather PvP, because that's a differentiation. You know, you pick on like random clue hunters or PvM'ers just want to kill bosses in the world, eh? Yeah, that's PKing, and that's kind of a shitty thing in that, and it's probably reserved for the folks who are not very good at it, but alas, that's a whole another field in itself, a la Revenant Caves. However, PvP is when both players are prepared, fully geared to fight each other, and this is what likes the last standing bounty hunter trying to target. So, how do you fix that then? Because that's something that a lot of pk'ers have different ideas of, well, myself included, even though I'm not. I have a lot of knowledge through over the years, but I have very little, actually hardly experience in that, as you can tell. So it's like, how do you fix that? And I think the problem is, generally speaking, it just seems to be that, you know, what they've done with this, well, you know what, I'll save it, but if you've heard of this terminology, VLS, yeah, then you will very much know that it is. There's been a bit of a controversy in regards to, what is it? Oh fuck. Yeah. The idea of integrity changes, shall we say. You know, things like Zora nerf, the fucking other nerfs of Nightmare Zone, things, you know. Things over the years that people would naturally not vote to nerf, so it just seems to be, yeah, kind of a wise idea to, you know, just go against the community and nerf them for the health of the game. And yeah, VLS is not that, but I'll go more in depth when we get to that. So, alright, and moving on, oh yes. So, right about around this time, or I think maybe a few days later, yeah, what's it? Archaeology skill, yeah, this is what's been, if you recall, this came around the time of, yeah, the COVID-19 demonetization, yeah, the pandemic virus thing. And essentially, what seems to be happening is, well, because archaeology is a big thing with itself, you know, that new skill's finally being out, but doubled with the pandemic, and you see the player numbers have skyrocketed, like, yeah, it's quite big. I will say that much. Very much so that the average numbers were starting to fall down to like, say, 85k and that on a daily basis, you know, after the whole mobile thing kind of peaked and went. And yeah, now they're back up to like a good 120, 130k peaking. Like, I still think it's peaked even higher than the original mobile. I think I said that before, but yeah, that's now being a thing, and that, which is going to be very much fun and that, you know, but I mean, you know, there's a funny tale to be told about why I didn't proceed with RuneScape 3, and it's all down to pretty much the defense line becoming Destiny Newcomb, becoming Exontius, becoming Achilleos, then finally going back to Destiny Newcomb once more. Yeah, the problem when I found out this at the end of 2014 was essentially losing all my items. Now, you know, I suspect what I think happened, because I was in the East Varrock Bank, is that I got hacked and then used for whatever reasons. And probably all the stuff that I was in, including my fucking giant plate body, which is an item that I only possessed once, the last statistic screenshot. Yeah, losing everything and that bar, they're fucking using it. Because yeah, the stats got reset as well. It's like, just all of it gone, so I had nothing to lose, essentially. There's no, oh, I've got all this, you know, if I move to Old School Runescape, I'm going to, you know, lose all that. No, nothing. So, whether that's a good or a bad thing is in your eyes only, but, you know, just the whole idea of having to redo it all, but it was a no-brainer, you know. And I was wanting to give Old School Runescape a shot, which, well, about 4.5 years later, well, see how much I've progressed since then. Also, I think this may be a book I've already read, but I wasn't sure, so fuck it. Right, one last little bit of news before I head on out, because I was intending to make this is going to be a different kind of failure, Theatre of Blood, And at least with the Chambers of Xeric, I was able to fucking solo it and fail on my own terms. Here, I can't even start because all the teams, nah. It just goes to show that this is quite up there. Quite up there indeed. So, last one to talk about. Yeah, this will be a quick one. Indeed, the mossy giant key rates. I've been pretty much being quite irate for that for a while. And yeah, but how is it logical that they have a 150 drop rate, which is already higher than OSRS is, and that, but also the fact that, the only way you can get that cut in half is through doing a Slayer task, which, I mean, who the fuck's gonna go for shitty low tier tasks and that, like, by the time you get to fight Brightify, you're already moving on to the likes of that fairy chowder, like the level 70 task, and even Niev and Orconner, I guess. None of them assign moss giants, and that it's all the ones below that do it. It's just like, no. Rather pointless indeed. So, yeah, they've made a patch earlier this month in April that essentially they're going about the idea of, what's it? Yeah, essentially they've now done a kind of compromise where essentially they've kind of reduced the rate, so it's still 150 if you're doing vouchers, but in the worldy, it's not 175, no, it's 100. And then if you have a Slayer task, now it's 150, which is it's interesting, I don't know how I feel about it, because I still have my problems with it, largely due to the fact that I swear to fucking God that the keys are stats, so you can't get any more than 6. If you get any more than that, no. It's 6 above, no. It just doesn't let you get any more keys. It's just fucking bullshit. But as I say, my deal, as I'll show off here before I head on off, is indeed laying with Aubert. As you'll know, and this is going to be an odd one, so bear with me for a moment. Yeah, this is indeed, actually I've shown this off before, this is indeed shortly after the screenshot thing was taken, in regards to, yeah, Obers and that, the fucking boss high scores, which has caused some problems in regards to stability in the high score ones, but yeah, see my name right down there, 315, and then you see here, updated. Now, I'm 14th place, and at 481. This is pretty much what I'm aiming to be at, I'd say I'd probably hope to be in the top 5 and that, just, chipping at it over time and that, work my way up, and then eventually, I don't think I'll ever be top 1 place. That would be impressive levels of dedication, to say the least. I don't know if I've got that, but I'm happy where I'm at and just work my way up over time. And that, just to say, well, I'm good at something, but man. Also, just thinking there, yeah, there's one other thing to show off. Indeed, Twisted Bow, because of the whole COVID-19, the whole lot of things have been skyrocketing value over time. This one especially, it's finally now surpassed the 1.1 billion mark, and I got to show that off still here. Just to give you an idea, indeed, it is now, well, it's went down a bit, and then it's only started to catch up once more, but damn, over 100 million. Remember when that shit cost 1 billion and what was it, 20.6 million or something like that? Yeah, that shit was just, god damn. Man, but alas, I won't even be able to test this fabulous gear, which I would fucking love to, but no. I think I will just have to admit defeat that I have not been able to enter the Theatre of Blood at all, and yeah. Well, at least we know the next video is going to be, and it's going to be a construction, but depending on how lucky / unlucky I get with Abyssal Demons, well, we'll just have to see, because I'm really hoping to get 96, but I'll be fucking down if I'm spending 3+ days, killing the regular ones and getting maybe a good few whips, and maybe even the one fucking dagger, but well, we shall see, we shall see. Anywho, I shall B, getting back to my agility grind and that, because I've got to get to 2 levels and then 1 more in farming to finally get all 80s. Also, bearing in mind, just to quickly show off, yep, 256. I have only so many quests left, like, see here? Not including the Grandmaster ones, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 3 mini quests, not including that, which I guess I'll have finished because it's, you know, the 5, you know, current favourite ones, and that's pretty much almost in the bag anyway, so. Yep, very much looking forward to having progress in that, and well, I suppose I shall see you then, eh? Till then, folks.